you're all going to crack up. I actually have a little message right here from myself to start the recording. Here we go. Okay, just make sure. Okay, it's recording. Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining me this evening for. Okay, to let you know, make sure I'm just reading some notes here because last week I forgot to turn on the recording, so I want to make sure that this is being recorded. So letting you know, and we're going to be talking about the power of post-it. Awesome. We're going to be talking about creating instructional videos with the Flipgrid Shorts Camera. So I'm going to give you some kind of like my tips for creating those instructional videos and then kind of walk through the Shorts Camera, kind of the approach that I take when using the Shorts Camera. So let me pull up the presentation here. Let me move this over. So last week I had a little bit of a hiccup with the something not showing up right, so I want to make sure. And I want to still be able to see your messages. Okay. Okay, for some reason that keeps on. All right, awesome. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Claudio Zavala. I actually just started a new position in a new district this Monday. I am the digital designer for Burleson ISD here in Texas. I'm going to be helping developing virtual school or virtual learning, online learning, kind of creating best practices. And a lot of what I do, the work that I do, have YouTube channels. I'll get to that later, but just how to create engaging videos. So I'll share some of my tips with you all. If at any time you have questions, feel free to just kind of, I don't think I turned off anybody, like as far as you're all able to turn on the mic or set the chat. Let me do something here real quick. Just I want to be able to see the chat. But yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to just stop me at any time. So so here's kind of what I'm going to go through, talk about in the session is kind of the 3 steps before we actually get to the recording. I'm going to give you kind of my tips for recording, before recording, and then setting the stage when you're getting ready to record, and then actually going through the recording process. So let me. Can all of you see my presentation? I'm like talking and not making sure. I just want to make sure you all can see it. Okay, all right. So here's, yeah. Let's do this. I'm glad I asked that question. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. And let's find that presentation. Here we go. I was just off and talking and didn't even confirm. Okay, let me know now. Can you see the presentation? You see my screen? Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, this happened to me last week. All right, bear with me for a second. This is always fun. Okay, can you see my desktop? We're gonna do it this way. So right now I don't have a presentation showing. So I have to make sure you can see my desktop. So we're going to pull up the presentation here. Can you see this now? How about that? I'm setting up my screen here. All right, yay. All right, now we're in business. Okay, so where was I? I was talking about setting up the stage before we actually get recording. We'll give you some of my tips and then setting stage and then going to record. So let's go ahead and jump in here. So before recording, before you start recording and your video with your lesson, so whether it's going to be a kind of instructional video where it's going to be you talking or you doing some work around your desk, some of the things you want to make sure and have. Now, when I have the word props there. So what I mean by props is anything you're going to use in your lesson. So if you're teaching a science lesson, math lesson, language arts, whatever it is, art lesson, have those things with you that you're going to use for your lesson. Saying the word in the video, it's great, but if you can tell a student, we're going to be looking at lighting. So if I can actually have a prop, they actually see it, it makes a little more sense, making more of a connection. So if I'm doing an art lesson, today we're going to talk about painting and maybe have a brush. You're going to have an art piece, maybe have a blank canvas or something, whatever you're going to use for your lesson, you want to have that prop available. Now, the second thing is images. So if in your lesson you are going to be sharing something and maybe referring to, let's say, talking about Abraham Lincoln or something, or a historical figure or a place. So you want to have that image. So if you can say, refer to it and have it pop out in your video. So you want to have those ready, kind of maybe in a folder. If you have some charts, maybe some graph paper you may be using for a lesson, a map or something, have that available. And then any pre-made text that you want to quickly copy and paste into. That way it makes it much easier for you to grab that text and just pop it in instead of trying to type it all out. That's something that you'll want to kind of have ready before you record. And I just kind of pulled up some props here, so it's just me being silly. Really, almost to the point where you're making this video, and I have these silly props here. Have you ever been to a wedding shoot or something like that, where you're kind of standing in front? Even making yourself almost, I guess it depends on your grade, but almost, what's the wording? Commit to the part. So you want to commit to the part. Images for your presentation, as I mentioned, charts, and then pre-made text. So it's a tool like OneNote is a great tool to have. Like you can have your pre-made text in there and you can just grab it. Now I have the benefit of having a dual screen here, so I can have the stuff over here that's not being seen, and then I can have the main screen in front of me. Okay, now setting the stage. This is your area, your room. So when you're creating a video, there's some, you might not think, but your students are looking all over the place. They're going to notice things. And in a way that you want to take advantage of that, you want to almost like you're hiding something, kind of like Easter eggs. You could always use that. Now, if you're using whatever tool you're using, you may have like a green screen and you're going to have like a different background. I tend to, in my videos, my instructional videos, now I'm doing most of them here from home because we've been in COVID, but I would say if, I like the natural background. I like sharing my room. Now, everyone's room is going to be different depending where you're at, what you'll have in the background. if you almost have to stage it, that's kind of, this gives you opportunity, I guess, to be creative in your background. Or if you don't have background, get like even a blanket, a bed sheet, something behind you, so that the background. If you're not going to be able to use like a virtual one, like a green screen and then drop something in the back. If you have a green screen, you can do that, and that'd be great. Now the other thing too is lighting is important, and let me kind of show you. I'm going to do this here. It's a big difference what lighting makes. Let's see if this. So if you can see my picture right now, my video, I've gone dark. You can kind of see the blue behind me. That is, actually, I have these little lights that I'm using that kind of give me the mood setting. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and buy all this gear. This is just stuff that I've been collecting over years of working on videos. And this lots of is I've done little by little. Now, these lights that I have, I can flip them from different colors. They're LED lights, so they don't give off a lot of heat. Now, the one light that I have up here above me, it's a softbox. Now, if you don't have a light like this, if you're able to stand or set up and have a window, so obviously it depends on what time of day you're doing your video. But if you're able to do it during the day, and again, we're thinking if we're like in a COVID situation again, or you work on your videos during the weekend, if you're able to have sunlight, that's like almost the best free light you can have. Put a bed sheet in front of the window, or even curtains, like clear white ones, even one of those frosted shower curtains. I've gone to Walmart, they're like $2. Put it in front of the window and it kind of filters out the light. Okay, I'm looking here. It says it can't see. Can't see my presentation anymore. Just doing a check here. Can you still see me okay? Okay, all right, I got a little word there. So, and very, very inexpensive, again, that shower curtain, frosted shower curtain. And that's, again, the best free light you can have. Cost you $3, that's what I say. Now, if you're able to do lighting, I don't have, my cable's not long enough for this, but I have a desk lamp, and it's an LED. I think I got it at IKEA. Oh gosh, I don't even remember how much. Maybe like IKEA's like pretty cheap. I think it was like under $10 maybe. So I'll show you. I'll turn it on so you can kind of see. Okay, I'm gonna try to. Okay, it's coming from this way. Wait, over here. So see that? See how my face is now lit up? I'm gonna turn it down. So I'm gonna turn off the other one on purpose. Now, see that there? Oh, we see your slides and not me. Oh, okay, okay. I thought you can see me as well. You know what? Oh, okay. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna try to move it over here. Okay. I'm like really tiny in this little box down here. Do you see me down there? Okay, so you've chosen to pin me. Okay. I guess if you're not pinning me, then you won't be able to see it. Okay. For everyone else, can you see me down here on the lower, down here at the bottom? Everything doesn't always work the way you want it to, huh? Okay, now I'm going to show you this. If I do this, notice how my face kind of lights up and then I turn it down. This is like a $10 light. And it's, again, it's an LED light. And there I am. Now let there be light there. Turn that off. Now, again, as I mentioned, the LED lights are great because they don't give off a lot of heat. So if you, I would not recommend using, and I don't even think you can buy them much anymore, are incandescent light bulbs. They are, those give off a lot of heat, use a lot of electricity. I don't think you can buy them anymore. Now they're kind of like fancy lights that you can buy at like websites. Even Home Depot sells like LED, incandescent, but they're like super expensive. Now, so we got lighting. Now the other thing I want to talk about is microphone. Now I've got this fancy one. I do live streaming and I do YouTube videos. I also have equipment from like my music gear. Now I'm not saying go out and buy like this expensive microphone. However, whatever you can use to give you better audio, I highly recommend doing that. First of all, your students will appreciate it. And there's not going to be a lot of this background noise, a lot of ambient noise around. Plus, you're getting like the audio right here. So if I move the mic away, see how it sounds a lot different? I can bring it right up to my face, so much better. There are lots of, how can I say, USB mics out there that you can use to plug into your computer that will give you, it's got like a little gooseneck. I'll share with you some links towards the end there. And then a headset. Now I use this, again, I have a lot of music equipment, so I kind of like do multi-use of content. And so that's kind of what I'll do is take advantage of the stuff I have. Now, if you don't have any of this stuff, even your like I have a Samsung and I have an iPhone. So the headset that comes with the iPhone, it has a earbuds and a microphone built into it. That's great. Even the Android one, the Samsung has one as well. Plug it into your computer, you can use that too. So it's great. So take advantage of that. All right, I'm looking, seeing that people, I guess folks, if you can't see me, there's some 3 dots next to my name, and then you can click on it and pin it. So try that if you can't see me. Okay, so that is kind of setting the stage. There's these little lights like this right here. This one's pretty neat. So I'm gonna place it like right up here. See how it kind of lights me up right there? Flip it around. So little things like that. Anything that will make your face light up compared to what's the light in the back wall. It'll make kind of a nice distinction. It'll make you much sharper in the video. Even if your camera's not great on your computer, it'll still look much clearer, much sharper. So all those kind of things you want to do, get everything ready before you start to record. So again, setting the stage. So now let's jump into the shorts cameras. So let's go ahead and let me make sure. I'm going to move that out and going to move that in. I'm going to shuffle some windows here. And it's me do a quick check. Can you see this? Let's make sure. I'm going to open up this page here. Okay, this is my Flipgrid page. So let's do a quick check. Can you all see that I'm on Flipgrid? Okay. And don't worry if you can't see me just now, because you're going to see me when I'm in the Shorts app. All right, cool. So now we're going to jump into the Shorts camera. So if you've not used the Flipgrid Shorts camera to create videos, it's a pretty powerful camera app. Again, and it's using the camera that's on your computer. So whatever camera you have, you can choose. You should be able to choose which camera. So if you've not done it, so I'm going to go up here. Here's my menu. I'm logged in and go to the Shorts camera. As you can see, here are several videos that I've created, little shorts. And so I'm going to give you some kind of like best practices when you're creating a video with the Shorts camera. And Then towards the end, when I'm done, we'll kind of open it up for some questions. So if you've not used the Shorts camera, basically what you can do is you can create videos apart from like a video response. So like if you create a topic and then a student jumps in there, you're in essence using the same camera, but you're recording within a topic and you're submitting your video there. Here, you're using the camera and you're creating these short videos. And so let me start by clicking record a short. And hopefully right now you'll be able to see me. So let's do, can you all see me? Let's see, I think it's, let me do a quick check here. Do return. Let me close this for a second. Okay. Now let's see. What I'm trying to do is select a different camera, but it's not letting me. I have a different camera connected to my computer, but it's using my built-in one, which is okay. We'll just go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I'm not gonna worry too much. Now you may see a little lag in the video. So as I move, like my motion, it may not be as fast. And that's because I am recording this as a, using Teams, and I'm also doing a video. So it's like doing a video within a video, kind of like Inception. So it's going to be a little bit slower, like as far as the lag. So when you're looking at it, you're going to say, Claudio looks a little bit choppy, and it's going to look a bit choppy. Now I'm doing something here really quick for my computer. It's I want to make sure that I'm going to turn on a little tool that I have here that's going to help make sure things don't slow down. See here. I have a little tool that kind of turns on my fan here, so you shouldn't be able to hear it because I have the mic right here up to my face. All right, here we go. So here's the camera. And if you've not used this great camera, let me first kind of walk you through some of what you'll see around here. Up here in the top right corner, you obviously have your time. So you have 10 minutes max to record like this short. Now you may be wondering, well, I need to record 30 minutes. I need to record 40 minutes or longer, 15 minutes. So here's my philosophy and for creating instructional videos. If you have paid any attention, and I'm sure you have, to your students, my daughter is a junior now. Where do they spend a lot of time learning things? Where do they go look for to learn how to do things? And they'll search on the web. They use tools like YouTube to learn how. My daughter loves to cook. She likes to bake, so she learns different recipes, so she'll go on there. TikTok, yeah, TikTok's another one. I've got all the different dance moves on TikTok. So depending on the genre of what they're watching, there's this guy called PewDiePie, and he plays games, and people will sit and watch him play for like 2 hours. It's not an instructional video. It's more of entertainment. They're being entertained and they're engaged the whole time. He's saying jokes. He's just being funny. Well, you're going to be teaching. You're going to wanting to engage your student. So now imagine doing a 2-hour video. I guarantee you many of your students are not going to sit through 2 hours of a video. And 10 minutes may be long for some. So my philosophy is to chunk your videos, chunk your content. Here's my analogy. All right, I got a box, and I'm not getting paid by McDonald's to say this, but I got a box of chicken nuggets, a 20 count box of chicken nuggets. Well, student A may be able to eat all of those. Student B maybe some, student C, they're all going to, you know, not going to be able to handle the whole box at the same time. You might need just one nugget at a time. And so what you want to do is to break out your content into nuggets, into bite-sized nuggets. Yeah, I have a comment here. Break up the content you by break up by concept you mean, or steps. It all depends on your content and your subject. So kind of like I'll go with this route. You know, maybe if you do an introduction, so there was that kind of anticipatory set, you know, kind of set the stage of what your lesson was going to be about. You have an introduction. So maybe that's like one chunk, one piece, and that may be only like 3 minutes long. And then maybe the next phase of your concept, maybe 8 minutes longer. So, and then so on. So that part is just really going to depend on your content and really how you think will be the best way to break it out. I would say maybe hit the 10-minute limit. Try to go long and then gauge your students. So like, okay, maybe I need to chunk it smaller. So again, I hope that answers your question, Natasha. So just depends on content. You know, maybe you're doing an art lesson. I guess you may be able to go a little bit longer, talking about strokes and the way you paint. Maybe a math problem. Maybe you'll do one type of math problem first 5 minutes and then another one. So that's kind of like my tip for using this time. All right. Now, okay. Your sticky note here, you put yourself a little note here. Now mine was press record. That was like the physical one here. I tend to not use that. That's just me. That's just for yourself to use a sticky note, kind of maybe a prompt to keep like the top, maybe 5 bullets of items you want to say. Now, as I mentioned, I just use the paper one. I go old school just because I have a stack here. I'm weird. I go and buy a bunch of stuff, a bunch of like big old packs of sticky notes. I just love them. So the allotted time for recording, it's set. Flipgrid has that set to 10 minutes. That's automatically, the Shorts has a 10-minute time. And partly, I believe, just if we were to do 30-minute videos, 20-minute videos, 30 minutes, your file size is going to start to get large. Now, Flipgrid, obviously, using tools that will compress it. The longer your videos are, the larger that file is. It may take longer to save. Also, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing to keep in mind. Now, we're using technology. And technology is not always perfect. So if you are recording something and you're just jamming and it goes, you're like, ooh, I got this video's going great. I'm doing all this work. Power goes out, something happens, there's a glitch. Well, then you're going to have to re-record that whole thing. But if you chunk it too, you piece it, you may only lose that first part and but you get the other parts and you just have to redo that first part. Hope that makes sense. It's kind of like a fail-safe way. You know, like the chunking also helps with that. Let's see, looking at some notes here. This is perfect for students, especially if they will be home-based learning, have multiple kids, one tech resource, have students being able to access instruction whenever they are. Yeah, I think that's like asynchronous learning, because if you create these videos and make them available anytime, that's like I totally agree with that. Will the sticky note appear the audience? I believe it should not. That's kind of like for you, the sticky note for you. Like I mentioned, I rarely use them, but yeah, that sticky note. I'll show you here. Here's like a silly recording I did a while back. So if you notice, the sticky note's not there. I'll hit play. Hey students, today we're going to be doing this. So yeah, the sticky note's not there. So it's just for you. It's just like a little, again, use it for yourself. Are students able to use the shorts option, or is this only available for, I believe it's only for teachers. I don't have I'm not, students don't have accounts, so they're recording within the, like, when they respond, but they have these features available in there. So they don't have like the shorts, they just log in when they answer. They're able to add. Again, I think you can actually set that. You can set that up as far as like they can't add stickers, or they can stuff like that. As a teacher, if you would like to use Flipgrid Shorts Camera tool to make collaborative collage, how do I create the setting and input directions? As a teacher, if I would like to use Flipgrid tool collaborative collage, how do I create the setting and input directions? So I want to make sure I understand your question, and you tell me if I got the question right. So when you say collage, you want to put like something up here on the screen and then give directions, like written directions up there on what to do. No worries. This is great. I'm glad you're testing this out. Okay, great. Awesome questions, everyone. Could someone link that appropriate section of? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll get that to you, Natasha. So let me run through here. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Here. So let me run through, and then I'll address those questions. All right. So here at the bottom, what you have is like different tools you can use to enhance your video. So right now it's me here. So what I'm going to do is do like this is what I do, is like an intro to like my lesson. And so what I'm going to do here is see this letter A. So this letter A, when I tap on that, I'm able to add text. And now this has been a recent update, which is pretty awesome, is now you're able to have these different types of kind of fancy fonts. Oh, what is the word? Fancy fonts. So let's say, for example, let's use this superpower one here. And here's the box. So my lesson is lesson. Let's go lesson 1. And so right here, see this right here, you can change the way that font looks like. So let me keep it there. And I'm going to move it up here to the top left. Yeah, the top left there. So I'm going to say lesson 1. And let's go back. Let me hit the back button here. And now over here, this little thing that says photo sticker. When you click on photo sticker, it says here, drop an image or click upload. Sorry, drop an image file or click upload. So what I'm going to do is click here, and I'm going to go look for a JPEG or a PNG that I have on my computer. So I did some this morning. Let's see here. That's not it. I did so many things today that, okay, maybe it was the download. Let's see. Here we go. This one. You know what? For the sake of this presentation, I'm just going to use this one here. Remember my little image that I used in my my PowerPoint there. So here's like my image. So because your camera's backwards, you kind of have to, like, when you're looking at yourself, do this here. So here we go. I'm going to record this and call this. Here we go. It's going to count down. 3, 2. Hey, everybody. Welcome to lesson number 1. Today, you're learning about creating instructional videos. So one of the things that you'll learn about today is to make sure you have your content ready, props ready, like these right here. So if you're going to be using anything like a pencil, a basketball, if you're teaching how to dribble, a brush, you want to have those things ready. So when you create your lesson, you have it there. So that's going to be part of what you're going to be learning in lesson 1 today. Okay, so that's like my quick little intro. Now remember, the video is a little choppy because again, I'm recording within the a video within a video. So there is right there. If you can see this little circle, I've just created the that little introduction. Now right here where it says next, I can watch my video. So I'm going to hit next. Hey everybody, welcome to lesson number 1. Today you're learning about creating instructional videos. So okay, I'm going to pause it right there. Not sure if you can hear that or not. You should be able to. I have to make sure everything's set up. Is there any way to drop an image or file from or upload from? Yeah, you can do it from a Google Drive. What you would need to do is download it to your desktop or somewhere and then upload it to here. So if you have it in Google Drive, just make sure you drop it onto your desktop so you can upload it. So now when I'm here, let's say if I made a mistake and I like messed up at the end, I can do this thing, which is trim that video, and it will only keep that portion. Welcome to stop that. It will keep only this portion. Now I don't want to delete that part, so I'm gonna leave it intact and click confirm. Hey everybody, welcome to now here it says add more video. I'm going to do that. So now that was my first part of the video. Now let me go to like the next stage. So now what I'll do here, you see this button right up here above my ball cap? It says clear. I'm going to click clear and it's going to get rid of everything on my screen. So now I can proceed to the next part of my lesson. So I'm going to share with you some of the other things you have here that you can use. Let's go with the board and I'm going to show you the drawing here. So let's say I have this whiteboard. So now you're not seeing me, but you're seeing like a whiteboard. And then I'll click on this pencil. And then here you can change the color of the pencil. I'm going to go with blue. It's a little hard to write with my mouse. So just if you have a stylus, if you have a touch screen, it's going to be much easier. But with the mouse, it's a little trickier. So let's just say that let me add a photo here. And let's see, we're going to use this graph paper here. So check this out. Here's a little graph paper that I brought in. Let's make this a little bigger. I probably would get a better looking graph paper. Just let's see. Let's rotate that. And then so I got it set up. And then let's set up a question here. We're going to use this one again. Okay. 3 plus 3 equals question mark. Okay. Now I just pulled in this graph paper just to kind of show you that you can bring in a graph paper and you have text here. Now we're going to use a pencil to diagram this problem. Let's make sure my pencil is working. Okay, perfect. Let me undo. Okay, so now we're going to record. And now when you record the second time, it doesn't count down. As soon as you hit record, because you've already done the countdown at the beginning, don't think it counts down again. Oh, it does. Okay, last time it didn't. All right, everyone, we're going to work on this problem together. Here we have 3 plus 3 equals what? So let's do this. Let's draw 3 triangles here. And we want to add these together. We're going to put these together. So now let's draw another 3 triangles here. And what we're going to be doing is combining, because adding is putting them together. So let's pick a different color now. And let's see. So let's see if we put these together. Let's count these together. 1, 2, and let's go here. 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our total should be 6. Okay, now I'm gonna stop the recording. If you are a math teacher there, if I didn't do a good job, please forgive me. My strengths are doing the video work, and so if I did okay, let me know. So as you can see, so I kind of gave you just kind of like a little taste of kind of how I would do like a demonstration using the whiteboard that's there, using the text, and then using the pencil. And I also used that photo sticker. So putting all those components onto the screen. All right, so now that's a great clip. Awesome, thank you. So now I'm going to go and click clear here. So we're going to come back, and now you can't see me until I turn off that whiteboard. Okay, there, I'm back. So what do y'all think of that? So far, so good? So kind of while looking back at the question earlier, so I think I can address it. Okay. So could someone link the appropriate? Okay, that was a question for that. Yeah, so the camera here, and I'll show you. Well, I'll jump into like a topic and show you. They'll have the options to be able to do this kind of thing. So yes, they'll be able to add like an image that they have brought in. Now another kind of like another thing that you can do with the Shorts camera that's available here. This one's pretty cool. This first, it's the no, what is that called? This little globe. Oh my goodness, the wizard's magic ball, I guess. Magician's fortune teller. I have no idea. I can't. My mind is blank. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and click crystal ball. Thank you. Gosh, it's crystal ball. You get extra credit for knowing that. Crystal ball. I cannot think of the word. That's just too funny. So the crystal ball gives you the ability to add filters to the way you look in the video here. So let's say, for example, you can kind of create a mood for this. So here's kind of what I would use this for. You don't have to use this, but here's kind of like my how I would use this. This would kind of work really well like in a language arts class, this and maybe theater, because you're creating a mood, a setting. So what I would do is, like, if I were reading a piece of literature and the piece of literature was kind of like make something that make you feel good or warm. So maybe I would choose a warm color and then maybe record with this warmth color. If I were doing kind of like some reading about something that's a little, melancholy, maybe change the mood of the way my video looks. So that's kind of the approach that I would take with these filters. If I were reading something or talking about something strange, something mysterious, maybe do black and white, kind of give that old school look, because colors do create mood. So this is kind of the approach that I would take with the color. So I guess I mentioned theater, language arts. I guess you can use them in other things. And then if you just want to create, like, I just like the black and white look, I'm going to use that for all my videos. And you can create kind of your own style, your own brand of video. Now, this little guy right here, this little pixel guy, I've seen Adam Shorts do this with his, I should say, when they first announced the Shorts camera, he gave out this little example like this and kind of use it kind of like a guessing game. And so you're trying to make out. So you can see me, I kind of look like a little robot. And you can kind of say, all right, today we're going to be learning about something so fascinating, something I think you'll all enjoy. And I'm going to show you something, and I'm going to have you try to guess what we're going to be learning about. So here it goes. Let me show it to you. And then you bring it up to the screen. And again, now I didn't press record. I should have pressed record this whole time. But it's like a guessing thing. Like, what are we going to be learning about, everyone? I'm kind of approaching this kind of like a lower primary grades, upper grades, maybe robot look kind of. And even sometimes a student may not want to be seen. So this is a great way to kind of disguise their face, kind of pixelate their face. And then, oh, here, let's have you all guess. What am I holding here? Any guesses? I don't think. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. James, you are. Oh my gosh. James, you got it. Oh my God. Silly me. Look at that. You saw on the other camera. Well, there goes the element of a surprise. Pay no attention to the man on the other screen. That's hilarious. That is too funny. This whole time, because I'm looking at myself over here and I don't see myself over here. All right. Well, there goes that. Okay. So yeah, you kind of get the idea. I was like blown away. I was like, wow, you got that. Well, this is going to be recorded and that's going to be funny on playback. That's for sure. All right. So that's kind of the gist of that. The crystal ball is creating those moods. Definitely. I think Kathy mentioned here, it's a great way to disguise like faces as well. So you got the stickers here too. I did that quick. Let me go back right here, the little happy face sticker. So this is another thing. Sometimes if you type in, like, for example, science, you'll get like some cool science stickers. So if you're teaching science, this is really neat. You know, this can be something that you can set up. Type science. Well, that's where my other one went away. Okay. There we go. What we got? So you can add these here. So when you're talking about like, hey, today we're going to be learning about science, you can have these things around, kind of use them, kind of create the mood, engage the students. So those are really neat, the stickers. And again, someone mentioned here, if your student, when they're recording here, you know, they can cover their face. So if I record, so today we're going to be learning about 2 science. We're going to be talking about this here. Again, my mind has just gone blank. Test tube. Thank you. Gosh, test tube, and then we have this other. My mind has just gone blank. Everyone. Okay, so I just recorded that. Okay. I don't protest to be a science teacher, so that's my excuse. So that's kind of the gist of the tools. And then again, creating that engagement by adding the different content. So let me hit next here. Hey everybody, welcome to lesson I can review number 1 today, my video. So here I have the introduction. So if I scroll through this, play. Hey everybody, welcome to basketball. And I can see what's happening right here. You can kind of see. We're going to work on this problem together. Here we have 3 + 3 = 4. Just fast forward. We're going to be learning about 2 science. Okay. So let's, hey everybody, welcome. Pause here. If I want to add more, I'll click add more. I'm going to go ahead, just for the sake of time, I'm going to click on next. And then the next option you'll have is to take a selfie. So what I'll do is, now here's what I'll do with the selfie. Is I'm going to, this is like a little tip here. Lesson 1. I'm going to add this when I take my selfie. I'm going to put this right here, and I'll tell you, you'll see why. Take selfie. Next. Don't close the window. Okay. This is why I did the selfie and I put that word right there. See where it says lesson 1. So whenever you, my tip, if you remember one thing from today, when you take your selfie, add some keyword there, because as you start to add more shorts in this screen, you're going to see a ton of videos. And if you're like me, like I wear a ball cap a lot, if you happen to create multiple videos wearing the same outfit, same clothes, it's going to be hard to distinguish which video is which. By putting like keywords like this is lesson 1, and then I have a lesson 2 video, a lesson 3 video, or introduction, outro, main part, I'll use that. I'll kind of put those things. So I had actually a different account where I had more videos, so I've since lost that account. But yeah, it's great. That right there is one thing that I figured out when I was doing this. I'm like, oh gosh, which video is which? These videos that are here were using this kind of little strategy that I do for to make sure that it's just easier to find. And then this is another thing with the shorts video. And then make sure we're almost out of time here. When you click on your video, here's you can share these videos. So right here it says Shorts, Flipgrid. Click here, copy, and then so you can share with your students. If you click copy here, then you can use it with like in a topic, like in one of your grids with a topic. Just copy this and you can add it there. You can share it in Teams and Google Classroom, Remind. So I'm going to click copy, and then if I were to go to like my grids, this is like my test class right here. I'm going to add a new topic, and then right here, add a video. Let's see here. I can paste the video in here. So there's the video within there. Or if I were to download video, so I'm going to go back to Shorts here. If I click here, download the video, then I can download it to my computer and then upload it. So going back to a previous question, I just want to confirm with you all. I'm going to show you. Use one of my sample ones. This is a public one. Let's see here. Share. Let's see here. So this is kind of like a sample. This is like a student side. So I just want to show you that when you see the camera, you'll see the same tools. So here's like the student. So right here, it's still the Shorts camera, but now it's the student view. So the students can do everything that I did. Now this is the time limit is based on what I set up in this topic. That's just the difference between the Shorts. Shorts is like 10 minutes max, but here depends on what you set up for your topic. That's kind of like a little extra. Is there an embed code for Canvas? You know what? Let me go back to the Shorts. I see an embed code here. I don't use Canvas, so I'm not familiar. So if you hit here, let me lever, copied. So I have it copied. So if Canvas, you can embed like an embed code, then that should work. Again, I haven't used Canvas, so I'm not familiar. With Google Sites as well, you should be able to use it. I've used it in Google Sites. I've also downloaded the video from here and then uploaded it to Google Sites. I've done it that way too. All right, well, we are almost out of time here. So let me field some questions here. To kind of give you a little overview of the instructional videos here. Apologies for the little glitches at the beginning. I'm getting a little used to the Teams tool here. So I'll field a few questions now with our little bit of time we have left. Oh, let me do this. Let me go back. Let me bring back my presentation. Let's do that. This will be, it's in the file section of the session today. But this right here is a link to the creator's guide to the Flipgrid camera and shorts. This is made by Mike Muhammad, a great resource. Also, if you just Google this or search this in a browser, creator's guide to the shorts camera, you'll be able to find it. And it's kind of you can connect with me. Here's my YouTube channel. I share different tools and ways to create videos. My website, if you feel like checking out my website, I love talking about stories. If you are interested in like lighting, looking at lighting equipment, here's a resource link to that as well. Again, this will be in the presentation files. You should have access to it. If you scroll through the chat, you should see it there. And if for some reason you can't find it, connect with me here on Twitter. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Follow me there. I can get you the file that way as well. Hey everyone, well, again, apologies for the little glitches at the beginning. Appreciate your time. And thank you for checking out creating instructional videos with the Shorts camera. Give it a try, check it out. If you get stuck or anytime, feel free to reach out to me as well. I love helping out. I'll kind of hang tight here if anyone has any questions. If you all have a great night, great evening, a good morning. Please, you know what? Let me do that. I will. Asked about putting the link here. Let me see. Okay. We go scroll up to the top. Let's see if this works. I'm uploading it now. It's uploading now. Let's see. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. While it's doing that, let me think I'm gonna try this out. Let's see if this works. Copy link. Okay. It didn't let me copy the link. It did that to me last time. So it is in the calendar section of it. So okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. Okay, it's not letting me copy. So here's what we'll do. If you would, James, I did this last time. I don't mind doing this. Here's my email address. I believe it's in the files section of this calendar or this meeting, but for some reason, if you can't get it, I've uploaded it here, but for some reason it does not want to share. So there's my email address. I will get it to you. If you email me there, we'll make it happen. Awesome, everyone. You have a wonderful night, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and say good night again. Take care. Be well. Be safe. And hope you have a great rest of your week. There we go.